Woo, just got out of a lockdown drill. Does anyone know why we have to do those? Do we really need to practice them? Anyway, let's do the Bellringer. All right. Hey now. Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
It's interesting too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class. Hey, you know what's exciting?
No, what's exciting, Mr. Kovac?
We've got a test on Tuesday, November 2nd. Sweet. That's super sick. Dope. That's lit. Fire. Low key. Sus. Fire. Gucci. Word. I don't know what you just said. Can we look at the test? Sure, we can look at the study guide. Let's do that now. All right, so the test is a little ways away, but I already put together the study guide with all the essential questions. So hopefully you'll use that to prep. And then we have some Regents types questions, and you know those are usually the harder ones. And like this question here, an experiment is carried out to determine how different pH values of soil will affect the growth of tomato plants. In this experiment, the dependent variable could be the, right? Now it's kind of misleading because you think it might be a pH question, but it's really asking if you know what the variables are. So you have to remember that dependent variables are what they would measure at the end. So A, specific variety of plants used. B, pH of the soil. C, height of the tomato plants. D, pH of enzymes in the tomato leaf cells. All right, so answer this question now. Right, so this question asks, enzymes that work in the stomach must adjust to the unique environment by being able to, and then, so this assumes you know what the word enzymes is, what enzymes do, and you know what makes the stomach a unique environment. So your answer choices are A, function in an acidic and basic environment. B, function in a neutral environment. C, function in a basic environment. Or D, function in an acidic environment. So answer this question now. And then the Regents loves questions with graphs. They really do. They want you to be able to read graphs and identify relationships based on them. So it says the graph shows relationship between pH and the rate of enzyme action for two enzymes. They've labeled X and Y. Which of the following statements best describes this pattern of enzyme action? So, all right. So first of all, let's look at the x-axis, which would be the independent variable. That is pH. You know what that means, right? These guys are acid are low numbers, bases are the high numbers. And then rate of enzyme action, that assumes you know what rate means. Rate means how fast. So I'm going to assume that as you go up the y-axis here, you're going from slow to fast. And then there's two lines, one labeled X and one labeled Y. All right, so those are each two different enzymes, and you have to compare the two based on the graph. And so here are your answer choices. At the pH of 5.5, the rate of action of enzyme X is the same as that of enzyme Y. B, as the pH increases from 2.5 to 3.5, the rate of action of enzyme X decreases. C, as the pH increases from 10 to 11, the rate of action of enzyme Y also increases. Or D, at a pH of 7, the rate of action of enzyme Y is less than that of enzyme X. All right, so that's asking you, can you read the graph? All right, give that one a stab. All right, it's Friday. I'm pretty sure you heard a song today. Let's do our Bellringer about the lab. Right, okay. This is a good question, especially for certain people in certain periods. Why was it important for you to know what was in each test tube? Okay, so why did I ask you to label the test tubes 1, 2, 3, 4? Iodine is an indicator What does it do in the presence of starch? Right, we heated your enzyme solutions at 37 degrees Celsius for a specific reason. What was that reason? Why does this guy look so frightened?